For years, Charles Darwin studied the jungle and concluded that it wasn't fair and that it was about survival and evolution. So if you think the system is rigged, maybe you're not evolving fast enough. Let's get into it. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Dan, and it's a Wealthy Life, where we talk about the financial markets, your career, and your family. However, in this video, I'm going to talk about a reality check, and I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here. So, we need to go back to maybe the 9th grade or somewhere in high school and go all the way back to Biology 101. Where maybe some of us learned about Charles Darwin and what he did. Charles Darwin, if you don't know, was a scientist back in the day, a couple hundred years ago, and he went and explored a bunch of islands here and there and studied the animal kingdom or the plant kingdom. And he concluded that animals must evolve to survive in the world, okay? The world is made up of systems, meaning you've got deserts, jungles, fields, oceans, etc., etc. It's a set of systems that changes and evolves over thousands of years, guys. Thousands of years is how animals and humans have evolved to survive. And for the most part, humans during their lives didn't have to change very often. You know, over generations, we would evolve and possibly move our tribe or our families to a place where there was more fruits, where there was more animals or trees or whatever, okay? The planet didn't change that often to where you had to evolve, okay? So you could go through your life kind of just doing the same old thing, you know, picking the berries that you found or cutting the trees that were nearby, okay? However, today is much different. We have a new reality we must contend with, guys, and it's called human technology. Okay, technology advances humans extremely quickly, okay? Everything is exponential nowadays. And so, the system changes rapidly, and so humans must evolve quicker to survive. Now, I came across a video recently where a YouTuber said that the system was rigged and everyone in it is fake. Okay, and I think that I've seen this video 5, 6, probably 10 times in the last 10, 15 years. And it's just a copycat video. The system is rigged, we're doomed, everyone's fake, and it is what it is. And in that video, I saw a lot of comments where, yep, everyone says to go to school, get a job, get married, buy a house, have kids. That's the system that is rigged, that everyone tells you to go along with, and that's the video in a nutshell. And we've seen it before. I think I saw the same video twice this year. And I really just have to kind of rant about these type of videos because it's not true. Okay, the system is not rigged by any means. It's just evolving. Okay, the system that humans build is because of competition. All right, people are always going to fight for their position in this world. And that's the way the animal kingdom works as well. Even the trees, if you ever go to a forest, you know, maybe people should stop, take a breather, go to the forest and take a look. You'll see what happens there. The trees, they fight for the sunlight. They're going to fight for position to gain some sunlight for photosynthesis, for energy. And that is how humans operate as well in this world. They're going to fight tooth and nail for position, like in chess, okay? And so, for people to go out there and claim that the system is rigged is just a complete joke. They don't understand evolution because their parents are not teaching them the way of the world. And the way of the world is you're going to have to fight tooth and nail for every type of position that you want to get. Okay, and the world is not going to be handed to you. Sorry to tell you guys, but that's the reality we have to live with. So when you're 18, you may think that you've been told what to do. Go to school, get a job, buy a house, get married, have kids. But that's not the reality. You may have heard that from the media, or you may have heard that from your friends and family, but that's not the reality. You can do whatever it is you want to do. No one forces your hand to go to school. No one forces your hand to get married. That is up to you. And if you feel that people are judging you over that, then that's your issue. Okay, you need to think twice about things. You need to observe the world around you. There are plenty of people who are successful, who find purpose being single and are not following that same path. You have to accept that everyone has different lives, and you don't need to follow the quote-unquote system, because the system is not rigged. It's up to you to figure out what direction you want to go within the system. I mean, no one said to me, oh, Dan, you got to go to college. I simply looked at the job descriptions that were out there, and they all said college degrees, at least the ones I wanted to make $50, $60, $70, $100,000. They all said college degrees. So what did I do? I evolved and I said, hey, I better go to school and I better get a degree that actually matters, that actually is going to pay me some real money. I got a degree in chemistry, and then I got a degree in computer science and information systems. And guess what? You're probably going to have to do the same thing today, because guess what's right around the corner, guys? It's called AI, right? You probably should get a degree in AI prompt engineering, whatever, or learn how to prompt engineer on your own, because you don't need college for that. You just talk to ChatGPT and you learn how to prompt engineer, or you learn about what AI agents are, whatever it is. And so these videos that you see out here where the system is rigged, it's a bunch of propaganda, okay? It's a bunch of propaganda to get you to have an excuse for the illusion that someone's in control, someone up big in the government. There's a big conspiracy, guys, that, the system's rigged and they're keeping you down here. That is not the case, okay? The people that are up there in government and in industries, you give them too much credit, to be honest. They are not as smart as you think. Everyone thinks there's this big conspiracy theory against all mankind. It's not the case. Everyone's just jockeying for position. That is the reality you need to actually understand and comprehend. And that's what I want to teach my kids, is that you're free to do whatever you want. There is no rigged system. Make the system up yourself. Go make a new system. Go find a new community where you can make whatever system you want. Back in the day, I think in the 1700s or 1600s, when the United States was being pioneered by the white settlers, guess what? They created their own towns. There was no system, right? They went out and found their new system and built their new system. And so it is what it is. You have to figure out your next move. And again, people are doing it on YouTube. They're building communities out here. They're building the next system. So ask yourself, are all these systems that people are building in YouTube, are they rigged? I don't think so, to be honest. People are just going to build new systems, and that's how it's going to work. And so making an excuse like the system is rigged, it is what it is. It's an excuse. It is not reality, okay? Reality is you're free to do what you want. No one told you at 18 that, oh, you can't be a doctor. Oh, you can't be this. You can't be that. You can do whatever you want. I mean, look at the government. They'll give you a student loan for just about anything. If you want to go into underwater basket weaving, they'll give you a loan for that, okay? But that's up for you to decide. It's not rigged. No one's going to pay for underwater basket weaving. Well, maybe there's one person out there. Maybe somebody really appreciates that and they'll pay you $100. So you might pay $100 grand for a $100 basket, okay? So start thinking like that. You need to do some critical thinking. There's a lot of videos that do go viral out there about how critical thinking is just dead. And it is. People just listen and they follow, one person in their lives or two people. No, man. You need to actually listen to hundreds of people out there and do some critical thinking and start understanding this world, and that it's just like Charles Darwin said, nothing has changed. Evolution is what matters in this world, and you need to evolve. You need to suck up as much information as you can, because we are in the information age. This is the evolution you need to comprehend, okay? That's how you're going to get ahead in this world. That's how, hey, if you want to have children, that's how you're going to get ahead and be able to support children, is the information age. Back in the day, you know, the Neanderthals, in order for them to have children, they had to go out and they had to go find berries. You know, let's go walk through this field, guys. All right, as cavemen, and let's go find the berries, right? Or find the deer, and let's go hunt those deer. That's exactly what happened back then, and that's what you have to do now. And you're gonna have to do it with data, information. You gotta suck it up, take a position, and build a new community and build a new system, okay? So I know this was a little bit of a rant, but it's a reality check that we all have to have from time to time. And I just got sick of seeing those videos, to be honest. You know, I'll link this video in the description below. I just thought it was kind of a silly video, to be honest. It was just kind of this, you know, older woman that said that the system was rigged and that, you know, life has been such a burden on her. It is what it is. I don't want you guys to fall into that trap. Don't fall into that trap of woe is me and, oh, you know, the system was rigged against me. I couldn't get ahead of it, because you can, okay? That's up to you, okay? You got the freedom to do so. So anyways, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. You know, I try not to rant too much on this channel, but I think it's a good rant, to be honest. I think it's a good rant to, you know, get us in reality of where we're at with things. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Is the system rigged, or is it not? Let me know in the comments below. And if you guys do like the channel, like and subscribe if you could, and take a look at my previous video. I'd appreciate that. And everyone, have a great day. Thanks. Bye.